Alright ladies, what if I told you that you're more attractive than you probably think? And I'm not saying this so you can like my video, okay? I'm saying it because I've seen the same pattern again and again. Many of my viewers and clients telling me, Ismael, I don't think I'm that attractive, or men don't look at me that way. But what I've come to realize is that the women who say this usually are not lacking in looks or presence. You're just disconnected from how powerful your energy truly is. And you see, when you doubt your own attractiveness, men start to perceive you differently, okay? You may have the qualities that make someone magnetic, but if you carry yourself like you don't see it, others will feel that disconnect as well. And I want you to understand this principle, and that is that people will respond to the energy that you're projecting, not to the qualities that you actually have. That's why you can be beautiful, successful, and emotionally intelligent and still feel overlooked or invisible. And if you're tired of that feeling, tired of wasting time on inconsistent men or those who don't value you, quick announcement that this Sunday I'll be doing a free live masterclass. I'll be teaching you how to attract a loyal man without games, without chasing, and without settling for less. Just comment the word masterclass below and I'll reply with a link to join me this next Sunday. Anyways, let's get into point number 1 of this video. Number 1, manipulators are drawn to you. Manipulators are always drawn to things of value, right? They can sense your empathy, your intuition, your emotional depth, and they want access to it. Not because they appreciate it, but because they believe that they can use it. They don't want to earn your trust, they want to bypass it. That is why self-awareness is your greatest protection. The more you understand your worth, the easier it becomes to see who genuinely values you and who just wants to feed off your energy. You start to recognize when a man is testing your boundaries, not to connect with you, but to push past them. And you notice when affection feels off, too much, too fast, or when they try to pull you into emotional highs and lows. And like I said, they're not going to use you because you're weak. They're going to use you because you have a lot to offer. You have something that they don't, and controlling you feels like a way to claim it. They believe that if they can control you, they can access that power for themselves. Your light becomes something that they want to manage, not admire. It's not about love, it's about ownership. But the truth is that your energy, your strength cannot be stolen, but it can be drained if you're not protecting it. Number 2, you either inspire women or intimidate them. This one can be confusing and a lot of you haven't even noticed it, especially if you always try to be kind, genuine, and supportive. But when you're deeply attractive and you're operating from a place of self-worth and presence, it's going to shine through. And guess what? Not everyone knows how to handle that. Some women are going to gravitate toward you. They want to be around your energy, they'll compliment your confidence, and they'll feel safe opening up to you. But other ones, they might start acting cold, competitive, or dismissive without any clear reason. That's because your presence can activate something in them. Your confidence, your self-assurance, or your emotional depth might trigger, insecurities in some people and some women that they haven't even faced yet. And even though it's not your fault, it is still your responsibility to not internalize their reactions, okay? The way that people are reacting to you has a lot to do with them, not with you. Just remember that your job is not to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. If you're constantly getting mixed reactions from women, even ones that you just met, it could be a sign that your energy naturally stands out. And guess what? When you stand out, you can't expect everyone to clap, but the right ones will. Number 3, people open up to you. Has it ever happened to you when you're at a party, at an event, or just sitting with coworkers and suddenly someone starts telling you their whole life story? They ask for your opinion, your thoughts, and after talking to you, they walk away feeling lighter and calmer, as if you helped them unload a burden that they were carrying. And take note of that, because it's not about being nice or polite, it's a subtle sign of emotional power. People are drawn to your presence because it feels safe. You don't just hear them, you see them. And in a world full of noise, that kind of grounded energy is rare and magnetic. And it's not that you have all the answers. You might still be figuring things out for yourself, but if people lean on your insight, seek your perspective, and treat you like a source of calm in their chaos, that is not random, that is resonance. And is one of the most underrated signs of true inner attractiveness. Number 4, you don't chase anymore. You know what's truly attractive? Knowing what drains you and choosing to walk away from it. When you value yourself, you stop holding on to people just because they give you attention. You stop forcing connections that leave you feeling anxious or confused, and you stop trying to prove your worth to people who don't see it. And yes, letting go is not always easy. Ladies, sometimes it's going to feel lonely, sometimes it's going to feel like maybe you're being too picky or too guarded, but deep down you're doing something powerful. You're making space for better, for things that are more aligned with you, for relationships that feel peaceful, not performative, for love that doesn't come with confusion or emotional exhaustion. This is what real growth looks like, okay? Not just telling yourself that you're high value, but actually living like it through your boundaries, through your choices, through the energy that you no longer give away for free. And you know what happens when you do that? Men start to notice. Again, you start attracting the right type of men, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're becoming more selective. And that kind of self-respect, again, it is truly magnetic. And final, number 5, you know the power of silence. This one might feel counterintuitive, but we're always taught that to be attractive, we need to be charming, we need to be talkative, and we need to be extra charismatic. But the truth is that highly attractive women don't feel space, they hold it. You're not rushing or begging to be understood. You're not oversharing to be liked. You've learned the power of silence, of pausing when it's needed, quiet confidence, and saying just enough. And this doesn't mean that you have to be cold or distant, which is what a lot of people try to fake sometimes, okay? It means that you're actually grounded. You know that sometimes silence creates more attraction than talking ever could. And you don't speak to prove anything, you speak to connect. When a woman can stay grounded in silence, especially during tension, conflict, or flirting, let's say, okay, is going to show control, self-trust, and emotional maturity. And men can feel that, and they either rise to match it or fall away when they can't. Alright ladies, so remember that being a highly attractive woman is not about being loud, it's not about being the prettiest, the funniest, or the most liked. Is about presence, boundaries, and self-respect. And another thing that I want you to understand is that sometimes your attractiveness is not going to make you more popular. It's going to make you more misunderstood. But that is okay because you're not here to be liked, okay? That is never the goal. And again, if you want to learn how to attract a loyal and devoted man without games, without chasing, and without settling for less, join me this next Sunday for a free live masterclass. Just comment the word masterclass below and I'll reply with the link to join me. If you think that my videos are packed with value, just wait until you see this masterclass that I prepared for you. It's going to completely transform the way that you understand men, attraction, and what it really takes to build a lasting relationship. Anyways, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and remember that for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.